Thank you, Corey. I am here with Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar, I want to talk to you about the main event, William Zepeda, big fight for him coming up. But the big story this week has been the social media behavior of Ryan Garcia. You made a statement about that earlier in the week. We're going to put that statement up on the screen right now. But what has been your reaction kind of watching some of the things Ryan has been saying and doing the last couple of days?
No, my reaction has been like everyone else's. You know, what is he doing? What is he thinking? I think Ryan Garcia. I don't know exactly what his antics are all about. What he's trying to accomplish. You know, if it's for the clicks, if it's for attention, I don't know. But the one thing I do know, every time I talk to him, I called him 2 weeks ago. Last time I talked to him, he seems fine. Everything is great. Hey, how's it going? Yes, you know, they were harsh on you with the penalties, this and that, but let's figure out something where maybe you can have some exhibitions, make some money, this, that, and everything's great. And then this happens. It's obviously uncalled for. We don't accept it at Golden Boy. Obviously, nobody in society should ever, you know, accept hate. But I just don't know what's going on in Ryan's head. I'm not a doctor. I'm not there with him every day, but every time I do talk to him, he seems fine.
You've battled your own demons in the past. Ryan has said on social media he plans on going to rehab. Is that the best thing for him?
I don't know at this moment. I do not know. I mean, I went to rehab like 4 times, thinking that was the problem, thinking that was my solution. It wasn't my solution. What I did was I separated myself from everybody around me, everybody who was instigating, everybody who was not wanting the best for me. And so I had to search deep down inside on who I really was. And I found out that rehab wasn't for me. I don't have a problem. And so I think Ryan really has to take a look at the mirror and really look at himself and say, you know, who are you? What do you want? I know he has a lot of pressure on him, making money, all the people around him, including family, including friends, including you know, people that just want to hang out with him. It's a lot of pressure for a kid of 25 years old, but he's a man. He's got to take responsibility. He's got to figure out how to change his life around, and maybe that 1 year suspension is maybe going to do him some well. Maybe that was a blessing in disguise.
I think we all hope for the best for Ryan Garcia moving forward. Let's talk boxing. 2 weeks' time, you're going to have your guy, Alexis Rocha, returning to the ring against Santiago Dominguez, another undefeated fighter for Rocha to face. How have you seen him respond to his first professional loss?
I saw him respond in a way where he was hungrier than ever. He wants to be a world champion so badly, and he's very disappointed at himself having that first loss. But look, he went back to the drawing board. He corrected his mistakes. He looked sensational in his last outing, and now he's coming back against another undefeated fighter. So Rocha is willing to do whatever it takes to become world champion, and we'll see what happens, because Rocha's a guy who has so much heart that he will fight you till the end, until somebody goes down. And unfortunately, he went down in his last fight, last 2 fights. But I think this time around, his mind is where he wants it to be. He feels obviously better than ever, learning from his mistakes. I feel that Rocha can become world champion very soon.
You know, one of those, I know you're hard at work putting together your summer schedule. One of those guys that's going to be on that schedule is Vergil Ortiz. Vergil had hoped to be in a big fight against Tim Tszyu on August 3rd. That has to be tabled, at least for now. How close are you to having a deal done for Vergil Ortiz?
We already separated the Michelob Arena in Las Vegas and August 10th. So we're looking forward to a big win for Vergil Ortiz. It's a tough fight, a tough opponent, but it'll be his first world title fight, official world title fight. And I'm looking for Vergil Ortiz to become the next superstar in boxing. Mark my words, when he's, 21-0, 21 knockouts, you don't get to that place without having talent, without having the abilities to be the very best. And obviously, to be the very best, he's got to face the top guys. But right now at 154 or 160, because he's a big kid, he can fight the top guys in order to become a superstar.
I think we all wanted to see Vergil against Tim Tszyu. Vergil, Sergey Bohachuk, though, that's not a bad little consolation prize for Vergil Ortiz. All right, let's talk about tonight. William Zepeda going for his 31st professional win and putting his #1 ranking amongst all 4 sanctioning bodies on the line against Giovanni Cabrera. We know Cabrera is kind of a tricky fighter. We saw that against Pitbull Cruz. What do you want to see from Zepeda tonight?
Pressure. That's all he knows how to do. He's a machine. I believe William Zepeda is the most active fighter inside the ring than any other fighter today. I mean, William Zepeda throws more punches in 1 round than Shakur Stevenson does the whole fight. So I think that people here are expecting him to just put on a great show, a relentless show, a show that, you know, people are going to leave this arena wanting more, wanting to see William Zepeda. So the fact that he's the #1 contender in every organization, first of all, it's the first time that's ever happened in the history of the sport that I've been in. So I think that William Zepeda having to make a huge statement tonight will position him to fight any world champion, and we will go after anybody, you name it, Shakur, Tank, Pitbull, whoever's there in front of him. I think William Zepeda will mow right through him.
So let's talk about Shakur, because Shakur's fighting later on this evening. His last fight on that top-ranked contract, that's been well publicized. You keep putting Zepeda in with southpaws. That makes me wonder, are you lining him up for a fight against Shakur? As a promoter, how interested are you in signing a free agent Shakur Stevenson?
Well, look, I haven't talked to Shakur. I mean, I love his style. I love that he's a very talented fighter. I mean, there's no question to that. He's probably one of the most talented fighters in that weight division. But I just feel that William Zepeda can take on anybody at 135 and 140 with his style, with his relentlessness. A Shakur Stevenson, William Zepeda can be another Floyd Mayweather, this Mexican kid who apparently beat him on paper. So I just think that William Zepeda, Shakur Stevenson is a fight that people would love to watch in the near future. But first things first, I think Cabrera is a tough fighter to beat tonight, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
You can invite Shakur to the office. You guys can swap medals, Olympic medals. You got a lot in common there.
Right,
so
exactly. We have a lot in common, exactly. So I would love to work with Shakur Stevenson. I would love to make the fight with William Zepeda. I think that Shakur Stevenson, like I said, is one of the most dangerous and talented fighters out there.
All right, Oscar, we'll get you back to your seat. The main event coming up next. Corey, we'll throw it back to you.